Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Xavier. I am starting this YouTube channel to sort of get out there, let people know I have carpet pythons. I do plan on breeding them eventually. I'm probably a year away from breeding anything. But in this video, the first part, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about who I am. After that, we're going to show off some of my carpet pythons. So if you just want to skip and see some snakes, then go ahead and skip over my beautiful face and go right to the snakes. But like I said, I'm Xavier. I live in Las Vegas. I used to keep reptiles when I was younger, in middle school and elementary school. I got out of them in high school because I got caught up in football and didn't pay much attention to my reptiles once I started football. So my mom made me get rid of them. Played football throughout high school and college, finished college, and then about a year and a half ago, I got back into reptiles. I started with an iguana and a boa, and it's slowly snowballed into multiple snakes now. The reason I got into carpet pythons was because Riley Jimison, actually, I started following him on Instagram because I thought he had some cool snakes. I had no idea what kind of snakes they were, but I ended up coming across a picture of his citrus tiger het albino female, and that thing made me want to get carpet pythons. So I just started doing research. I stayed away from carpet pythons for a while and didn't get any just because everything you read says that they're mean, they bite, they get huge, and I was just getting back into snakes. I didn't want a snake that was going to attack me every time I opened its cage, and I didn't want a snake that was going to get 12 feet long like they say coastal carpet pythons do anywhere you read. But yeah. Another reason I started this channel is just so I could get a little more comfortable on social media. I'm not a social media person. I'm not really much of a people person. I'm good at talking. I could talk all day. I have no problem giving presentations or anything like that. Once it comes to actually being around people, I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. I don't really like going out there. I don't like putting myself out there. So this is going to be weird for me, a little bit different, but I think I have to do it. Just if I want to breed, I'm going to have to talk to people. I'm going to have to put myself out there. I have to market my snakes. I have to market myself. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm sorry for the crappy camera quality. I'm doing this on my phone. It might be a little shaky. The camera might not look that great, but I promise I will get better. Once I learn how to do all this stuff, I will move on to an actual camera. I do have an actual camera, a Canon. I mean, it's my wife's. I bought it for her. It's not really mine, but I have no idea what to do with it. I'm not the most technologically savvy person around. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to technology. I can build things. You ask me to build you something, I can do it. But you ask me to do anything on a phone or any type of technology, then I don't know. So hang in there. It will get better. But let's get into some snakes. This first one right here, this is Nagini. She is actually the very first carpet python that I got. She is a pure coastal carpet python. She is a caramel het exanthic. She's a 2017 female, so she's 3 years old. She might be able to breed this coming winter, but my male is only a year old, so I doubt they'll breed this year. I'll probably wait until next season just to give my male another year to get bigger and put on some size because he is small. But this girl was produced by Nick Mutton. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably know who Nick Mutton is. He's the guy for carpet pythons. He's probably the biggest breeder of carpet pythons in the country. And he knows a lot about them. You could trust his snakes. He has lineage information on all of them, so you know exactly where they come from. And it's just an all-around trustworthy guy to buy snakes from. But enough with this girl. Let's go ahead and move on to the next snake. All right, so this next snake is the second carpet python I ever got. This is an exanthic jag. He was produced by Star Pythons. I don't think he's a pure coastal, which is perfectly fine. I bought him to be just a pet because you may not know, but the JAG gene has some neurological issues. So some of them, their head wobbles, they'll corkscrew, they have problem striking at food sometimes. Some of them might not even be able to eat. But this guy, he has almost no wobble whatsoever. But I don't want to breed the JAG. I would rather not have to deal with possibly producing a snake that has neurological issues and then having to, maybe hold on to it or sell it to somebody who might not completely understand what they're getting into. So I just bought him because I like Xanthic. I like how the JAG gene looks, and he's just going to be a pet. He will never breed at all for me, and I will never sell him to anybody either. All right, this next girl, this is a Brittles python. She is a 50% hypo, 66% het genetic stripe. I think she will prove out genetic stripe just because she has a bunch of weird aberrant like striping pattern on her, and from the normal Brittles I've seen, they don't do that. So I think she may prove out, but still got a little time. She is a little flighty still, but I haven't had her for too long. But these Brittles pythons are really cool. I see why everybody say they are one of the best Morelia to get into. They're awesome. She is really cool. Can't wait to see how the oranges in her develop as she gets older. My phone is not picking up her color at all, so I'm sorry about that. But as I get better, I will start hopefully being able to pick up their colors a little better. But like I said, I'm not good at this. I'm not a social media person. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a guy with snakes and a camera, and decided to record because it's another way to get myself out there, another way to get my snakes out there, so when I do start breeding, I'll have another way to possibly sell them, if my snakes ever do breed. If not, they're my pets, first and foremost. I don't care if they breed. If they do, it'll be cool. It'll be another way to pay for the cost of them and pay for more snakes, hopefully. But enough of her. Let's go ahead and move on to the next snake. Oh, but before we move on, this girl was also produced by Nick Mutton. I don't know if I did say that. All my carpets are produced by Nick Mutton. Besides that last Xanthic Jag boy you seen, he was produced by Star Pythons. All right, this girl is a Hampton Locality coastal carpet python. She was also produced by Nick Mutton. She's a really cool snake. I have really started to enjoy all these wild type carpet pythons since I've gotten them. The morphs are obviously what caught my eye and brought me in, but since I have been getting them, the wild types have really been taking a front seat and the morphs have taken a back seat. But this girl is really cool. She's really calm, hasn't struck at me or anything. Just a really, really cool snake. Let's move on to the next one. Right, and this girl right here is one of my favorites. She is a Brisbane Locality coastal carpet python, also produced by Nick Mutton. These guys are said to be the biggest type of carpet python, with right along with the Brittles. Brittles, I believe, get about 8 to 10 feet long. Same with these guys, but I think the 10-foot mark is maybe if you just overfeed them a little bit, or they just have really good genetics and get huge. But this girl is really cool. I really, really like the lateral striping she has. I hope to maybe get a male that has some lateral striping in the future and possibly selectively breed to get a complete lateral stripe down the side. I think that would be awesome. But her colors are really cool, and of course you can't really pick them up right now, but still an awesome snake nonetheless. The silver eyes are really cool. It's almost like an Xanthic. The Xanthic gene tends to throw silver eyes. But this girl has really started to become one of my favorite snakes the last few months. She is a year old, but she only eats live, and I keep trying to get her to eat frozen thawed, so she goes on a little bit of food strikes for a little bit. She hasn't eaten for me in about 3 weeks now, so I'm probably going to break down and go buy her a live mouse here today or tomorrow, which is unfortunate because I would like her to be on frozen, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know. I'm not just going to let her starve. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, and this guy, if I could hold it steady, is a caramel coastal carpet python. He's possibly a super caramel. He was also produced by Nick Mutton. Nick Mutton said he's possibly a super caramel, and I mean, I trust that guy. He's been doing this a whole hell of a lot longer than I have, so in my opinion, what he says goes. But this is an awesome snake. This is a male. This is the male I will be breeding to Nagini, my big female coastal. I doubt he will be of size by next season, which is perfectly fine. I have no problem waiting another year or two. I'm in no rush. I have nobody to sell any of these snakes to anyways. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows I exist. So what's the point in rushing to breed if you have no way of selling the snakes? But this guy is awesome. When I got him, Nick Mutton actually called me for about an hour and a half, and I was fangirling super hard over it. Thought my wife might divorce me because of how hard I was fangirling, but I'm still married, luckily. But this is the last of my carpet pythons. And he is really getting light. He was not this light when I first got him. He was way more yellow than this. He still has a yellow tint to him, but a lot more whites are popping up, especially on the lower half of him, like towards his belly, and it's really cool. Alright guys, that's it for today. Keep following. Please like and subscribe. I know this is probably a really crappy video, and you know, that's okay. This is my first video. I don't expect any of them to be good for probably at least a year, you know, especially because of my my technology limits, I'll just say. So just hang in there, it'll get better. My snakes will keep getting better because their colors will just keep getting better as they age. I'll keep buying snakes. I'll probably always buy snakes. I have more animals as well. I have a few boas, a hognose snake. I have a Savannah monitor and a few chameleons as well. So those will be featured in some of my videos too. But the carpet pythons are my main focus. Those are what I love. So that's what you'll be seeing most of. Probably my my Savannah monitor too. She's up there. She's probably up there higher than the carpet pythons, but I have more carpet pythons, and you guys will probably be more interested in seeing those because they just look cooler. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.